Most of my favorite Mason memories came long after I graduated. I was asked a number of years ago to be a member of the Board of Visitors by then Governor Payne. And I hadn't even thought about my experience with Mason for many, many years. I really didn't know where Mason had evolved or where it was engaged and connected to the community.
How could I forget is when I was defending my PhD dissertation at the end of my program, and I was in a room full of very intelligent senior faculty, and I presented my case, and then they asked me to walk out and wait outside before they made a decision.
And I almost don't even want to say this, but I guess it was a memory that's been seared in my brain.
Those 20-30 minutes in the hallway felt like 20-30 hours until finally the representative of the committee walked out and gave me thumbs up. That moment with a thumbs up is something I'll never forget.
Because after my first torts exam, I had a meeting with the professor, and we went over. I was challenging my grade, which was an F, and we went over the exam, and fortunately, he found out that he had forgotten to grade one question, and that raised my grade from an F to a D.
He walked out and he did this, and he walked right back in. That's all I got.
And he told me and counseled me at the time that he thought that it would be in my best interest to seek a different career other than the law.
One of the great things about the Carter School was its emphasis on doing internships, doing sort of independent projects. I spun that into spending a chunk of time at the University Science Malaysia in Penang, Malaysia, and also at the European Studies Center for Peace and Conflict Resolution in near the former Yugoslavia in Austria.
Colleen, I think you have another memory you want to share about your law school and our son.
Oh, I guess that is probably worthwhile.
Yes.
Is that I took the bar exam the day before I gave birth to my third child, our third son. So
I went to a program where I didn't just study conflict, I went to the front lines of wars. You know, so like I really did, you know, like there was the room, the space in that program to actually do what it was we were supposed to be doing.
I was driving back from Roanoke, and she was complaining about my driving, and we went to get something to eat. Let's just say it didn't stay down, and then we figured she was in labor. So she was in labor in the car driving back, and we went straight to the hospital, and she had Philip a day later. So that was a memorable.
I didn't know whether it passed the bar, but I knew I had at least passed the birth part. So luckily I passed the bar as well.
Being exposed to those conflicts in South and Southeast Asia and Central Europe were probably the best memories that I had of Mason. Were actually not at Mason, but because of Mason.
This is a university that continues to move forward, that continues to identify opportunities to bring education at the intersection of industry for students. And I can say that because I'm on the Dean's Council for the School of Business, where in the past 5 or 6 years, maybe a little longer, the alumna in particular have represented the industry's needs for talent. So I would say that it's been my experience post college days that has been the most meaningful and presented the strongest memories for me.